In a landmark testimony, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa admitted that there was rampant state corruption during his tenure as the vice president. He was testifying against his predecessor, Jacob Zuma, in a corruption probe. The stakes are high. His testimony is likely to deepen the existing divisions in the ruling African National Congress. Appearing before the Zondo Commission, Ramaphosa said that he had the option to resign as Zuma's deputy, but chose to stay on in power to resist to graft. He told the committee that he chose to not be confrontational under Zuma as he feared being fired. One of the most shocking remarks that he made was that during Zuma's rule, law enforcement agencies were deliberately weakened to limit their ability to crack down on corruption. This is one of Ramaphosa's rare attacks against Zuma, who served as South Africa's president from 2009 to 2018. Ramaphosa served as Zuma's deputy from 2014 to 2018.
The final option for me, which is what I chose, was to remain in my position as deputy president, not to resign, not to acquiesce and go along and join in, or not to be confrontational, but to work with others in the executive to resist the abuses and bring about change where we could, and to sustain the work of social and economic transformation.
Zuma was once one of South Africa's most celebrated leaders, but his presidency was marred by corruption scandals. He has been accused of favoring a private firm and lobbying. Earlier this year, in his first appearance before the committee, Ramaphosa said that the ANC was split over the probe. However, he fell short of holding Zuma directly accountable. But things have changed now. This testimony happened in the aftermath of the July riots, which were sparked by Zuma's jailing. The former president was jailed for contempt of court after he declined to testify before the same probe committee. Zuma supporters went on a rampage across South Africa. The situation soon turned into larger unrest, leaving over 330 people dead. The South African economy incurred losses amounting to over $3 billion. Over 25,000 troops had to be deployed to quell the violence, but the damage was already done and the government faced heavy criticism for its handling of the riots. Our correspondent Calvin Ongmu getting us this report.
The Commission has set aside 2 days for the President to give evidence and also to defend the accusations that have been made against him at the Commission. Ramaphosa told the Commission at one time he considered resigning as former President Jacob Zuma's deputy in the face of state capture, but chose not to, saying there would have been fewer impediments to stop Zuma's administration and it would have continued unhindered. Ramaphosa says he did not agree with some of the decisions that former President Jacob Zuma made as the head of the state and said that he disagreed with his reasons. He stressed that he only became aware of corruption and much of what was happening when the public did. Ramaphosa also said that the capture of the country's power utility Eskom was another growing concern and argued that he took urgent action to avoid national disaster. This is Calvin Ongmu from Johannesburg, South Africa for WION World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.